Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Bayer Crop Sciences, which have come up with exceptional results so far. So let's understand when should one buy this company and what lies ahead for Bayer Crop Sciences. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Bear Crop Sciences, here's a small request that kindly support me through Patreon, and any support from you, which starts from $2 a month, that's just 140 rupees a month, would go a long way in motivating me to make better videos and more analysis on stocks and the markets. So kindly go to Patreon. I have made a lot of videos as well as articles that I publish every week on stocks and the markets, and these are detailed articles which I am not able to put as videos here on YouTube. So check out Patreon website of mine. Now about Bayer Crop Sciences. This was established in 1999, and they provide crop protection, pesticides as well as plant technology services across India and globally. And it is top. It is one of the top brand in this segment. The management is very good, and it has very good pedigree with good dividend yield, and it has grown the company a lot over the management itself over the last decade or so. It is a brilliant play on the rural economy, and it has global presence across the North American region as well as many parts of Asia. The market cap of the company is around 19,000 crores. If you look at the financials of the company, then the sales have been up. So the sales are up pretty nicely by about, you can say, 230 crores. That is, the sales are up by around 36%. It's not minus 1.7%, but the sales are up 36%, and the profit growth is over 500%. That has been just an outrageous numbers that Bayer Crop Sciences have come up with this quarter, the third quarter of FY20. And this is a completely debt-free company. The low taxes helped the bottom line, but look at the sales number, which has been upwards of 30-35%. The dividend payout is high. The return on equity before these numbers were around 14% and operating profit margin at 12%. I'm sure ROE has increased post the numbers that Bayer Crop Sciences has posted. If you look at the performance of the stock, then the stock is up around 50% in last 6 months. Numbers have been robust. The stock has gone up a lot, so it's not that the stock is not going up, and the valuations are very cheap, but they are reasonables. The return ratios are very good, and the sales and profit growth has been absolutely exceptional with good dividend payout. So all things taken into consideration, the stock looks pivotally placed to do even better in the coming year and a half. So why I believe it is a buy on decline? It's a market leader in this space, and you remember that with the results of what escorts are coming up with the results of the tractor business of M&M, it looks like that the rural economy is coming back into shape. Although there is a scare of this COVID-19 and other things that are taking place with the lockdowns, etc. But the rural economy is coming back into shape, and although again there is unseasonal rains that are taking place which could hit rural economy badly, but if things go according to plan over the next couple of years, these companies which cater to the agri space, which cater to the rural economy, might as well do well, because it has not they have not done well over the last 3-4 years. And if rural economy were to do well, then companies like Escorts, M&M and Bayer Crop Sciences would do well, along with other tractor companies like Swaraj Engines, etc. So what it looks like with this kind of results, it looks like that the economy from the villages, from the semi-urban and rural places is coming back into shape. So it is a a rare agri pest control firm making such a growth, because there are many agricultural pest control companies or crop protection companies which is not producing such kind of numbers, which is not producing 25-30% growth as is presented by Bayer Crop Sciences. What that tells me is that they might be getting more business out of these areas, and they might be taking market share away from other companies and gaining more traction. Although Bayer Crop Sciences itself is a market leader, but getting more you can say getting more market share would mean that they are strengthening, or Bayer Crop Sciences is strengthening its position as the number one player in the region. For sure, it will outperform once rural economy completely recovers, and the recovery in tractors, as I said, has started. So it looks like the recovery is taking place, and but then these are the times to look at such crop companies. Valuations is expensive at the moment. So yes, with this 50-60% up move that the stock has already seen, even with the downfall of the last 1 week, uh, the valuation at 50 times is expensive. So any decline 10 to 15% from here is a very good buying opportunity in the company. So if you look at the technicals of the stock, then there is strong support between 3740 to 3800 levels. The 200 moving average is at around 3600. The stock is in upswing at the moment, so one can buy the share around these levels with a long-term stop loss of 3600 and trade long for at least a 2 year period. The short-term support is around 4050. So probably keep a stop loss of 3700, or if you are playing for a short term up move because the market has been oversold, then you keep a stop loss of 4000 and trade into the stock. uh, it could see some correction, so there's no need to get into the stock immediately, but yet yes, over a period of next 2 to 3 months through an SIP or through in an staggered manner, you can get into the stock. So what needs to be done? In my opinion, you can buy on major decline. So another 15%, 10% from here could be very good buying opportunity. Anything close to 3700, 3750 would be best opportunity to get into Bayer Crop Sciences. If it goes up a lot, then you need to just avoid the stock, because there could be a chance of a dip in the whole market itself. I believe that Nifty could again come back to 8700 or so, something about that levels. So wait for such declines to get into companies like Bayer Crop Sciences, and then hold on to the stock for the next 2 to 3 years to make a lot of profits. Keep track of results. So the March numbers would be interesting. The March and June numbers should be good for the company, as the rural economy brings the most out of the business in these 2 quarters. So let's see how the March numbers would be. The results would be out by May. So probably in the next 3 months, the picture would be even more clearer as to how the company would be doing in the next few years. Have a good 6-7 year time frame. At least a 2 to 3 year time frame should be there once you get into such companies, because these are agricultural based companies, and once the rural economy and agriculture does well, maybe not this year, it could do well this year, it could do well next year, these companies will just shoot up in 3 or 4 months. So it can give good consistent returns, as well as there could be manifold returns quickly if economy turns around. And have less than 5% of your portfolio amount into the stock. So this was my video on Bayer Crop Sciences. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so then you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.